Here's something weird. If you stand on a scale and then jump, the scale reads higher right before you leave the ground. A lot higher sometimes. Like if you weigh 150 pounds, the scale might read 300 pounds mid-jump. So did you actually gain weight? No, but the scale says you did. So what's happening? You might think, well, I'm jumping, so I'm accelerating upward. More speed means more something, so the scale goes up. But that doesn't really explain why. And it doesn't explain why the scale reads higher before you take off, not during the flight itself. Here's what's actually going on. Your weight, the force of gravity pulling you down, never changes. But the scale reading isn't measuring your weight. It's measuring the normal force, the force the scale exerts up on you. When you're just standing there, gravity pulls you down with 150 pounds of force, and the scale pushes up with 150 pounds of force. They balance. But when you jump, here's the trick. To accelerate upward, you need a net upward force. Gravity is still pulling you down. So the scale has to push harder than gravity is pulling to create that upward acceleration. The scale might push up with 300 pounds, while gravity pulls down with 150. The difference, 150 pounds, accelerates you upward. So the scale reads 300, even though your actual weight, the gravitational force, is still 150. This is genuinely weird. You don't feel heavier. You feel lighter because you're accelerating upward. But the scale, which only measures the force pushing up on you, reads higher. It's the opposite of what your body tells you. Once you leave the ground, the scale reads 0, because it's not touching you anymore. Gravity is pulling you down at 150 pounds, but there's no normal force, so the scale reads nothing. Yet you're still being pulled by 150 pounds of gravitational force. This is why astronauts in orbit feel weightless, even though Earth's gravity is still pulling them. There's no scale under them. There's no normal force. Gravity is still there. It's what keeps them orbiting. But without a surface pushing up on them, they don't feel it. The scale doesn't measure your weight. It measures how hard the ground, or scale, has to push back to support you. When you accelerate, that push has to get stronger. When you're in free fall, there is no push, so there's no reading.